Using emotional manipulation or any type of manipulation in your marriage is not just toxic, but it is also a form of witchcraft, and you will have to pay the price for it. 1 Samuel 15:23 says, "For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft." So rebellion is not just disobedience, it's a refusal to submit to God's order and his authority. And manipulation is not trusting in God. It's trying to control the situation. You're basically saying to God that I have to control the situation because I do not trust it to be in your hands, Father. Or instead of respecting my spouse's will, I'm going to use manipulation to try to control their will. Let's talk about what manipulation produces in a relationship. It produces confusion because you're operating out of the spirit of confusion, which doesn't provide clarity for the relationship. So it causes and produces mental instability. You're literally causing your spouse to have mental health issues. And this is all because the person is trying to control their spouse instead of just choosing to love their spouse. James 3:16 says, "Where self-seeking and envy exist, every confusing and evil thing lives there." And mind you, what modern culture teaches women today, and teaches men, but primarily women, is to have a self-seeking spirit, to choose yourself. Now, manipulation targets the mind, and the reason why majority women use manipulation is because we are the weaker vessels. So we cannot actually physically take over and conquer man. We would have to do it through the mind. Now, if you can control their mind, then you can control their body, and you could get what you want out of that person. It's basically a spiritual brainwashing system, right? It's like Queen Jezebel. She went through King Ahab's mind, right? She wasn't the king. She really didn't hold any authority. But because he loved her and because she manipulated his mind, he built idols and statues for her. She didn't conquer Israel by her physical power or physical capabilities. She manipulated her man. Now, what manipulation does is it reshapes the way someone thinks, feels, or reacts due to pressure or instilling fear in them. Manipulation also looks like using guilt to force people to make certain decisions, crying to control certain outcomes, threatening to leave to gain power, withholding affection to punish the person, or creating so much emotional chaos that the person eventually just gives in so that they can have a little bit of peace. And these aren't just unhealthy behaviors, these are power tactics. And what the person doesn't understand that's using this form of witchcraft is that it is destroying trust in the relationship. And eventually what you use to gain power over the relationship falls and crumbles, and you have to pay it back. Galatians 6:7 says, "Do not be deceived. God will not be mocked. For whatever a man sows, he will also reap." So if someone is consistently using witchcraft or manipulation to control their spouse, they'll eventually reap it. There will be a loss of trust, emotional distance, resentment, and probably broken intimacy. Because manipulation might feel good right now because you're getting what you want, but it will always harvest destruction later. Because remember, manipulation is trying to control someone else's will, their freedom to choose. And controlling someone's will is the root of witchcraft. Love invites, witchcraft controls. And if you have to manipulate someone in order for them to stay with you, you're not building love, you're building bondage. Manipulation might win an argument right now, but it eventually costs you the entire relationship because you lose the heart of the person that you're with. And once a heart closes, it's very hard to reopen it.